you guys are leaving, right?
Yes.
Soon. So how do you feel?
I feel like it's a 50-50. Like I feel really sad and I'm also feeling happy because now like I see myself like as a different person, so it gives me like a sense of like, oh, this was you where you started this and this is you now that you're about to leave. But at the same time it makes me feel really sad because I'm not gonna see a lot of people that I met here. Like it's like a new family here. So I don't know if I'm gonna see them again or maybe never, or maybe if I come back to visit. So yeah, it's a mixture of feelings. How do you feel about us living?
I don't know how I feel actually, because the same thing happened last year. I don't know.
You're used to.
I guess I am, but I don't like being used to it actually. I think that's a good way to say it. I think I will get used to it maybe, because there were some people I was close with last year, but they're gone. But I think I've gotten used to them not being here. But I don't know how that will work. But eventually I will also leave, so I don't know how that works. But what about you?
I think the same. It's just like, it might seem extreme to say, oh, my second home. But it really becomes like a really important part of your life, I guess. Like being surrounded by people for 9 months. And I don't know, yeah, I've learned so many things
Like?
about myself, about school, about life in general, I guess. And it's just like I can't see myself actually like just leaving all behind, you know? Like of course I'm gonna take with me like memories and stuff, but I'm just not gonna be here anymore. And that feels weird. Although I feel like I haven't actually like realized we are leaving. I'm just like, oh yeah, we're leaving, but I don't actually feel it. Probably until I get on the plane, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I left. But yeah, so it's like happy and sad and like weird, and I don't know what else.
So what are some of the things you learned maybe?
I don't know. I guess about my major. Honestly, I learned a lot also, and about myself. I don't know. I feel like I gained even social skills, which is really good because I've done things that I wasn't used to do, or like I wasn't brave enough to do, and I just did it here. So that's really like cool, I guess.
You said you learned social stuff. Is it easier to learn social stuff in US, or is it just because it's a new place, or is it like US different from where you're from?
I guess it is different, right? Like
Yeah, like I feel the same way because like I've talked about this with a lot of people and it's like here you get like maybe for our experience because we don't know with everybody's experiences, but for us it's like easier. I don't know how to say like to be free, like
yeah,
with ourselves. Especially one thing with like the way we dress, how we I don't know hang out till very late, and like I said, it's just our experience, but I just feel more free here. People actually don't even care about the things you're doing. They don't judge you. Um, and it's very dangerous, like in Latin America, to be yourself, like because
Really?
yes, and especially like as women, like yeah. So we get very harassed a lot, and here it have never happened to me, not even once. Like with people around the streets, like just being weirdos. It never happened to me. I feel more free, nobody judged me. And another thing that I feel it's like it depends on the people and depends who you are too, but I feel like it's easier for me to make friends here than there.
Really?
Yeah, because
Even with like the cultural gap?
because I feel like here maybe it's because we all live in the same place. We see each other every single day in breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Oh yeah.
or just outside. So it's easier, like to say hello and whatever, and you just make friends like that. But back home, in my case, it's like I just go to class and then we say bye and everybody just goes to their houses because my university is huge. So we don't have like dorms and campus. So all of those, they just go back home and then we don't see each other till the next class or next week and that's it. Like they have individual lives, but here you make like friends that are more like your family because you live with them.
And like we have talked about this, probably has a lot to do with the fact that we are living on campus. Like we are experiencing everything in college, because we don't want to like make a general comment about the US, because it's probably different in some of their cities or some of their places. People have different experiences and everything, but this is from our perspective. And like the fact that maybe also has to do with maybe using the second language, which sometimes might be hard to express some things, but at the same time, I don't feel like that. It doesn't hit the same to talk with someone in Spanish. Probably I get more nervous talking with someone in Spanish in my country than doing it here, because English is just like, oh yeah, words that come out of my mind.
And like, if people will not even tell you anything, because like, yeah, it's fine, it's totally fine. We know that language is not your first language.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. So we can just make mistakes and it's fine.
Oh, but back home when you speak Spanish, what's
then you're stupid and you're really stupid because you're speaking your language and you're stupid in your language.
What?
Yeah. But here, no, it's like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah, I know both of you taught Spanish.
Yeah.
So how was that teaching?
It was nice.
It was nice. Like my major, it's already like teaching. So for me, it was like, I loved it. I mean.
Did you love it?
I did, but sometimes it's just like some students are kind of
weirdos.
But I thought you said that there were less weirdos, yeah.
Well, no, I didn't say people's less weird here, but I said that people, they don't act like very like, I mean, in my experience, but students are they are just immature because
yeah, exactly.
I know we're not very old. We're 21 and we're not old, but they are like, I'm sorry, 17, 18, so they're kids. And it's scientifically proved that women like get very mature and even like faster than men.
Really?
Yes. So yeah, they are just like kids.
Okay, I don't know the science behind this, but
Yeah, I heard it. I think I read it somewhere, but it was a while ago. But yeah.
Isn't that like when they're like 13, 14 or something?
Yeah, so actually it doesn't matter the age.
Okay.
But it was super fun. It was
Wait,
nice.
had any of you taught before back home?
I did.
I've never taught Spanish. I did English with like kids, but never Spanish because it's super funny because she actually like studies Spanish. Her major is to teach Spanish, but I don't know my language. So it's just I speak it because that's how I learn it and that's how we all use it. So sometimes it's like hard. That's why professors tell us like, don't teach grammar if you're not sure about what you're talking about. Like they can just always like ask to us and we can explain them again. Because sometimes they ask you things that you actually don't know. It's like grammar is like, it's just the way it is.
Okay.
So sometimes it's hard, but it's been like pretty good experience because I learned a lot about my language too. Because I remember in fall with students in 101, especially was like my first day of work and my first level. I was like, I don't know anything. I have to study. I was like calling her like, why is this like this? Why not like that? Looking in like videos in YouTube and verbs, conjugations, everything.
I can't believe that.
Because I just don't know. And so yeah, that's how I did it, and it went pretty good. I was able like to answer lots of questions, and I actually was like, oh, this is the reason why we use it. Oh, that makes sense. So yeah, it was nice, and yeah, it was more like, for me, more pressure in the first level I taught, which was 101. But then, with the pass of the terms, then it got easier. So and it was just like, oh yeah, I know how it works right now. I don't have to be super worried about this because even if I don't understand what I'm talking about, then they will ask to the professor. But I was just making sure that everything was like written down, all the questions were answered, and also like to make them like love the language. Not just that, because a lot of people here they love like Spanish culture, like Spanish speaking culture. So yeah, they love that. We make sure that they.
How do you make sure they like it?
Making them dance, making them listen to good music, like just sharing about like we have events about like slangs and ways how we live our lives there and how it's like different from here. So yeah, they really like that because people like are really curious and they love reggaeton and all that stuff. So.
I think I did too much, but it's good. So wait, what's the difference between teaching English in Ecuador and teaching Spanish here? Even though it's different.
Here was like the first time I was teaching my first language, but English with kids is easier. That's what I did actually, because I don't even remember things that I learned in English because I did it since I was like a kid. So I just know it. I just don't know why.
Same. Both languages.
I don't know.
No, I think that's actually good then, because like you don't really know. You just speak kind of.
Yeah, whatever comes out of my mouth. But with kids, I think it was less stressful because here, you know that you're teaching and treating with adults. But with kids, it's like you have like the freedom of like being patient with them. Like, hey, like let's play this while you learn this. But like that was a little bit like hard because I remember in level 1, I used to treat my students like kids.
Like in 101?
Yes, I don't know why.
How did you treat them as kids?
Like it was like, how is this? Pronounce this. And they were like H, E, like in Spanish. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's because maybe I was used to teaching with kids, and yeah, but I haven't done it in a while. Like my last time was when I was graduating from high school, which was 4 years ago. So yeah, it was a new experience. I was super excited because it's just like something new to your resume, so it's fine.
What about you?
Yeah, I actually realized I haven't, like I didn't teach the Spanish since I came here, like before coming here.
Oh, you
I
did?
taught English as well to kids and like teenagers, but not Spanish. I just realized about that.
Yeah, like English is even easier than Spanish.
Yeah, honestly it is.
Really? To teach or why?
To learn.
To learn, yeah. It's just easier.
Yeah, you guys don't have gender, which is totally amazing, and what else? Like, there's just one article for everything.
No accent?
No accents. For past, future, whatever. It's like the same form, just add a little bit more and that's it. Same conjugation. That's it. Like in Spanish, you find like 1,000 conjugations for one verb in different times. I don't know, but
something like that.
Something like that. I don't know the conjugations.
Oh yeah, no, I can relate because even though Nepali is my first language, like if I try to spell anything, like you know what I wrote in your shirt yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I look at its grammar, it's probably wrong somewhere because there's like so many ways to write something.
Yeah.
I've heard Nepali has like 3 ways to say you or something.
Oh, probably even more. But there's like levels of respect. It's kind of like usted, but there's
levels of expectation.
no like respect, you know.
Yeah,
oh,
like,
respect.
Respect. It's like
tú, usted,
yeah.
and then you have more.
yeah, but then there's
Like, I can't
if there's like a
actually-
king, if there's someone lower, it's interesting.
Nice.
Different culture.
Sounds hard.
Yeah, but when you speak it, it's like you can speak it, but you can't. The writing is challenging.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you guys first came here, I'm sure you guys came with like some expectations. Like, I'll do this. I'll do this. So did you guys like I don't know go to New York?
Oh, it was crazy because I remember like literally the first day we came here, I was so excited. Like I made it to my room. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have my
Yeah.
Then we ended up pretty bad, actually. I hope she never sees this, actually.
Okay, it's fine. I don't get that many.
I
days.
don't hate her, I swear I don't, but we just didn't get along really good.
Why?
Let's talk about what happened
They
when
just
we
didn't
came.
match.
Yeah, so I first came and I was like, okay. I talked to her and she was like, yeah, like everyone just, wants like campus life because of the parties and everything. And that night there was a party, our first party, and we were like so excited, but it was so freaking hot outside. Like I've never been in a really like such a hot weather. It was really hot. So I was like so excited, and then we went to the party. And it was so weird, like first cultural shock.
What?
A lot of like white people, of course.
But not a lot. I think the first one that we actually saw it was in a
In the yard.
No, cochera. Garage.
What?
In the garage, yes. I think it was.
No, oh yes.
There were just like 5 people there hanging out, and I was like, "Is this a party?"
Yeah, we were like, is that a party? And everyone was just like with the drinks and just talking like, yeah, and we were like, when are we gonna dance? Nothing happened. Then we just moved to another one, which was like 10 or 15 minutes walking. It was so far.
Wow, you guys were very high energy.
Because we had like high expectations.
We had high expectations.
But so then we went there, and that was where it was super weird, because there was like, like I've never in my life heard like to cowboys music and that stuff. So I just got there, and everyone were like dancing like cowboys and drinking like alcohol from a brick. Yeah, so I was just like, what the fuck?
So you were not expecting that, or were you expecting that?
No, I wasn't expecting that. I was just like, okay, these people's gonna be like go crazy with dancing and like of course drinking, but like that was like weird. Maybe it was the theme of the party.
Because the theme, it was like anything but a cup.
A break, or I don't know.
A break.
But a cup.
So they were drinking from the brick.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, anything but a cup.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But that's pretty cool actually when I think.
Yeah, and we were like so bored, so tired, because we all have like really, really like long flights.
Yeah.
So we were super tired, and we were like, okay, pretty bad. Let's go. So we just left. It was so bad. And our second good party, it was POC party.
Yes, POC party.
Yeah, that was really good.
You know, in Casa La Raza? It's the Gustavo's house, I think.
Maybe.
I think that was like our first actually good party.
What's the difference? Just music thing?
Yeah, because it was our culture. Like,
Yeah, probably.
yeah, it was music in Spanish, a lot of drinking, reggaeton, people dancing, people screaming. I mean, yeah, it was super fun compared to the first one. And I guess like with the time, we just got used to these themes. For every party, there's a theme.
Really? I didn't know. Probably because I'm
There's
not
like beach theme, 90s theme, slutty theme.
Anything but a cup.
Anything but a cup, jerseys, footballs. Yeah.
Really? You guys are like, giving me new information. I didn't know. Anything but a cup. That sounds very funny.
I didn't know that was a thing. Like we saw that the theme, and we were like, "What is that?
What
does
is
that mean?" And we couldn't figure it out until like later.
Sorry, Jake.
Yeah. But I was like, "Oh, it makes sense." Because sometimes people just there with a pot, drinking from a pot, or to I don't know anything,
Whatever.
whatever.
Anything but a
Yeah,
cup.
anything but a cup, literally.
Yeah. So it was the first cultural shock. And the other thing is that people here don't hug a lot. So like in our culture, it's just like hello, and then how are you? Then kiss, and like not lips, but kiss.
Yeah.
But yeah, but here's like hi, even like with like guys from your age, it's like hi, nice to meet you.
Really interesting.
With you, I guess it was like Sunshine. Nice to meet you.
Was it?
I don't remember, but I guess it was. Yeah.
I don't usually like shake hands with someone here. I think.
I have to ask, like, can I hug you? It's like,
Well, that is
yes, because people here it's not like really comfortable with.
Oh, you guys would be surprised because back home is even, because I didn't really hug anyone back home.
Yeah.
Not like not many, like maybe my parents and very close friends, but you do not hug people or even shake hands actually.
Is it
You-
cultural?
Yeah, it's very cultural. You just stand from far and you like.
No,
So-
that's lack of love.
I
You
don't
need
think
to
so.
touch someone.
No. Like, do you need to touch someone to show them love?
Yeah, because don't you need a hug sometimes?
Huh?
I mean, it also depends of your love language.
But don't you need a hug sometimes?
What do you guys think, Justin? Why are you asking me?
We always
No,
need a
because
hug.
you said love language could be different, so
Of
maybe
course,
Ashley is one
but
my
don't
friend.
you need a hug sometimes?
Yeah, but me, I am me, you know.
Yeah, but like the people there, like in your country, like what do they do if they just like want a hug or they feel sad and you're like crying? Nice.
No, come on, we're not cold, but we do not hug as like often. Maybe family members, yes, but
But don't you need a hug?
I mean, if you grow up like with that environment, of course it's not like you're gonna be thinking, oh, I need a hug, because you're just not used to it, right?
Yeah.
But
But
you
don't
could say
you
that-
feel it like
but it
yeah?
is good to hug people.
I'm not saying it's not good.
And yeah, I know, because before coming here actually, because Ali, one of Ali's love languages is physical touch, so she really likes me. But I was not used to it either. I was like, my little brother used to ask me sometimes like, can you hug me? And I'm like, I was more, but it wasn't on purpose. I was just not like used to it, I guess. And then out here, I'm like, oh, I want to hug people every day. Like I say hi to people, I greet people with a hug sometimes. So I guess it has to do with how you grew up. And
Yeah, like for example, if you went in Nepal and kissed someone's cheek, they'd be like, what is this? What is this?
we're
Cool.
married now.
Yeah, that's yeah. So, but wait, I thought even in like Mexico they had.
They are. It's just like more personal. But because like I said, my brother is even like he really likes to touch people and be hugging you and telling you how much does he love you and everything. But I was more like, yeah.
Yeah, I
For
feel
5
like
seconds maybe.
Latin American culture is just about like being passionate and like yeah. We're not cold.
Huh?
We are not cold.
But the same thing you said earlier that people don't like people hit on you on the street in Latin America. So it's probably like it was.
Yes,
both ways.
that's like, you know, probably they're like, yeah, we're just passionate, so that's our culture. I know it has like both sides, but like in a good sense, we are like very friendly and like love everyone. Like we know how to show love. Like even in English, there's just one thing how to say like I love you, and that's the only thing. Like in Spanish, you can say like I love you in many different ways.
Like
And how's in Nepali?
probably only one. Oh, I'm not sure. My Nepali is not. the
Yeah,
best.
here's just I love you and I love you and that's it. But in Spanish it's like te quiero, te amo, te adoro.
Me encanta.
My
There's a lot of ways how to say things, like how to show your
Yeah.
feelings.
I was talking to Christian too earlier on, and he was telling me Spanish pickup lines. And he said something about curva, curvo.
Oh yeah, tantas
What?
curvas y yo sin frenos.
Yeah. You see,
I told them that.
that's something that like a U.S. citizen will not do.
Do what? Say that line.
Say those things.
I think it also like we are passionate and everything, but sometimes we are not aware of limits. Like,
Yeah. People don't know like how to put like limits and how to respect like everybody's limits either.
Like
For example, like you said, like oh, but that's like probably a disadvantage, like being passionate. And like I said, probably they
didn't
just
say
take
disadvantage.
advantage of that. So it's like yeah, they don't know limits. Like they can be passionate, but they don't know till when to stop. It's like okay, I'm feeling uncomfortable with your flirtiness right now. Stop.
But if you say that once, people stop. Or they won't stop.
No, usually I feel like they don't. Maybe if it's someone respectful, they will, but It's so crazy. I don't know how it's in your country, but in like at least in Latin America and Ecuador, like you just walk there, minding your own business. There's like workers whistling to you,
Calling you.
telling you
Really?
dirty things, and that's how you live.
Oh, no, in Nepal they wouldn't do that. They'd be like, they won't even say anything.
Yeah.
But it's the opposite difference because like if you walk across someone, we kind of.
Yeah, but that's different. Like to say, "Hey, hi," you're like, "Hi," but no, they
No,
call you
like,
like
I didn't ask you to tell me that.
yeah, it's till that point.
And
So
like
you
calling
feel
you like
uncomfortable.
pretty or beautiful or whatever, it's like the last thing
They
can
will say,
Yeah.
yeah, they will say dirty things to you.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
That's why when I taught my students about this pickup lines Christian talked to you about, I was like, you gotta be careful because this can be a pickup line or caught call. So
Yeah.
it's like depending on the context and when do you say it, who are you telling this thing? Because it's like
Yeah,
it can be.
it depends like a lot. Like I said, with the teenagers that we taught Spanish, some of them are respectful, some of them are not, and they just like want to know like how to say those things, just because they would love to say that in English, but they know that I don't know. They know it's wrong, but they do it. I just don't know. Boys will always be boys.
It's especially with them, like to be honest. And I don't wanna like be hated, but athletes especially are just the ones that I don't know. Then they don't take things seriously.
Yeah, I remember she had like a really bad experience with one of her students. He was being like disrespectful to her, using like words that in Spanish we don't say because it's disrespectful, but he was just overusing them. So it's just till at one point that you feel uncomfortable and they just don't care. But I don't know, it's worse than Latin America. Like, yeah.
The conclusion here.
The conclusion here is that it's worse there. Yeah.
Right. So why do you think there are so many ways to say something in like Spanish? Is it just the language or is it the culture?
Yeah, maybe slang and the language, because I don't know, there's just so many ways to describe it. Maybe because we are not like very fluent in English, like we don't know like this old way how to speak English, how to express our feelings in like, I don't know, philosophic ways or something. But I just feel like in Spanish it's easier like to express your feelings and say a little bit more. Even like maybe using words that actually don't mean anything, but we know what it means.
Oh yeah, I remember. I
Yeah.
remember someone gave me an example. Something about nail. No.
Yeah.
But I think it's weird because English is, I think it's the first language with more words than any other language. Like English has more words than any other language. But at the same time, it's like I can express, and it's also because I don't know like so many words in English. Probably just like the most common ones, or some of them are like a little bit more sophisticated. But I can express more things in Spanish than in English. Or like I usually hear people talking in English and not like using too sophisticated words or whatever. But I'm like, how does it have so many words and at the same time you can just say I love you, just one way to express your love, and not say te quiero, te amo, te adoro, me encantas, me gustas, you know. And I mean, it kind of you can say it, but it doesn't
It's
feel
not
the
the
same.
same.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the English words are just scientific words or names
Yeah.
of stars or planets or something. So yeah, interesting. Huh?
What else would you be interested in learning?
I don't know. Oh, I'll do this actually. Since you guys will probably look back at this, what questions would you like to talk or answer or something?
About what?
It can be anything, whatever's in your head right now.
Um,
I don't know. Man.
Let's talk about intermission.
No, it's fine. Because normally, I don't know. I don't know if I should prepare topics for this. Because normally I just come here and I just start talking and I see where it goes.
I think you should have like a backup, just
Yeah, some other person told me that too.
so.
And I should. Maybe in the. But you guys, it's too late for you
Yeah.
guys. So there's no backup for this. That's it.
I think we can come back to the like expectations, but now.
Yeah, what do you think of the US?
Yeah, because I know you said once that you were like hating it or loving it at first and now hating it, something like that.
Yeah. Well, now I'm back towards loving it.
How?
But it's a good journey actually. So no, before I came to US, I used to really like the US because when I was growing up in Nepal, I like watched lots of movies, lots of songs. So I knew lots of what movies, like old American movies, old songs, old albums. I used to love that. And so when I came here, I was like, okay, this is awesome. This is like a cool ass country, and I like it. But then, after a while, there were also certain things that I didn't like about US, like maybe the roads, because you have to drive everywhere, or just I don't know certain things. Maybe how they invade countries or something.
Yeah, I actually feel like this is, I don't know if you've heard about the soft power.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, technically it's like that. They sell us this beautiful
Right.
idea of
Like New York.
music, movies. Oh my gosh, everything based just in the US. We don't know a single thing about, life in Japan, life in Asia, life in Africa. We don't. Just like life in the US, life in Europe, France. So they just sell us like this self power they have like through movies, through food, McDonald's and everything. Just like I want to do that. I want to try that. Why don't we have that in our country? Why? And then we just come here. And they just sell you that idea of like, oh my gosh, if you go there, you're gonna live like this. You're gonna meet like famous people. You're gonna do this and that and that and that and yeah. But then you come here and you just find out that live that life, it's unaffordable. Like you have to be multi-millionaire to actually have the life you see in movies and do the things you see in movies. Or you just have to work hard, really, really hard to like spend that money that you work on the things you want to do. But that at the same time means that you probably have to leave some other stuff on the side to work because unfortunately the things that you want to do usually are unaffordable. It's not like, oh yeah, tomorrow, like Taylor Swift's having a concert in New York and like Madison Square Garden, like in the movies, let's go. No, like how are you gonna go there?
And I'm gonna just run into her and we're gonna be friends and now I'm going to her party and you're talking about that. I know, like it's so crazy. Like when I was a kid, I used to lie to my friends in school that Nick Jonas was my boyfriend. And they believed me.
I guess they were very trusting friends.
They trust you.
But the only reason why they believed that because we were kids. And the other thing, it's because my dad used to live here. So they were like, oh, that might be true.
Like her dad sent him over like FedEx or something.
Yeah, because like back in not in high school, in school, like when I was a kid, there was like this huge wave of immigration in my country in
Oh, yeah,
the
I remember.
2000. Yeah.
To Spain, right?
Yeah, and here.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
So I feel like my family, especially like my dad and everything, they kind of like brought all the Western culture, like maybe Europe and US culture, yeah, to my house and to my family. So I grew up with things that probably my other friends in school they didn't. But just because like my dad was like buying me these things from like this US thing, Hannah Montana things, like things that they were not even available in Ecuador yet. So maybe that's why. Yeah, I know. It's like
Maybe that's why
That's why they believe me.
Oh.
Yeah, oh my gosh, like, and when I was on vacations, I went to their house, and they invited me to their house, and we had dinner with their family, and yeah, I think we're gonna get married. Oh! Did you used to do that in high school or school?
I don't think so. But I don't remember much actually. I don't know why.
And then when I grew up and I went to like the counseling, they said that we were not talking about this, but she just brought up something like it was like, oh yeah, sometimes it's really sad that people have to make up these things, like fake things about their lives because their lives are just so boring. I was like, so did I used to do that just to sound interesting because my life was boring?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was. No, but it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Now I'm here. Like, I used to have these weird dreams where I was always in an airplane, but I never got to the place where I had to. Like, the plane destroyed, exploded in the air or something.
Wow.
But it never was in the place that it was supposed to be. Never. We never arrived anywhere.
But how many times was this dream?
Like 1,000 times.
And you never. Wow.
I never got to the place I was supposed to be. And then my mom was like, well, that might be destiny. And now I'm here, so it's crazy. It's like, yeah, actually things happen. Because it's so wonderful. Like, things happen for a reason because my visa was denied. So I was not gonna come here. Like, I got my visa like a week before coming here because I had to apply again. I was like, when they said no, I was so pissed. Like, I had my heart broken. I was like, this is it. My life is not changing. Like, whatever. I'm done with this. This is not gonna be me anymore. I was just destroyed. And then I decided to apply again. Something told me that I had to.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was a lot of money, but I did it. And
it was worth it.
It was worth it because I'm here. Yeah. So maybe that wasn't the right time. Something had to happen. I don't know.
The right time and the right place.
And yeah. And then I'm here and then I'm living. Like, it was just so fast. Like, I just feel like we got here yesterday. It's so fast.
Oh yeah, you guys are actually leaving now that I think of it. Yeah.
I know, Sinchy.
What about your dreams? Because you used to, I think you were into dreams, no?
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess about coming here first. I didn't have the American dream. I feel like I didn't have the American dream. It was just like, if I go, I go. But I wasn't even like I didn't know anything about the U.S. But I was like, I don't want to go to the U.S. Like.
You don't?
No, I was like, no, the people's crazy there. Why would I want to go?
Wait, why are the people crazy?
I don't know because
they also sell us that idea on
Exactly.
internet, and
Really?
because
Crazy like how?
I read a post on
Like
Facebook. Yes, I
Really?
read a post on Facebook that said that in life, like in a normal place, in a different place, but not the U.S., it's more like common that you met. Okay, let's say it again. So, like in the US, it's more common like that in your life you made at least like 5 serial killers in your life, and that expectation it's totally different like in different countries. Like maybe 1 in your entire life, but here it goes up like till 5 or 6. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Really?
So, and I was like, I mean, I'm from Mexico, and I know in Mexico there's like a murder every day probably, but at the same time I was like, no, people in the US are just crazy. They're just crazy, and like.
Really? I thought they sell the opposite, like they're nice.
I mean, cause it is.
I feel like people's nice, but it's fake at the same time.
It's like a fake nice.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was like thinking, and then this might be triggered, but and ¿cómo se dice tiroteos? Shootings at schools and everything. I was like, no, I'm not planning to go that place. No. But then like my university had this like fellowship. I was like, I even applied like a week before like the deadline, and like I got my passport and everything 1 day before the deadline to apply for the fellowship. So I was like, I don't know. If I got it, I got it. If I don't, it's okay. And then like I passed that stage, and then the exam, and then the interview, and then I was just like, oh yeah, congratulations. I was like, yeah, I'm actually going. And I feel like, cause that was in like May of March. Yeah, March of last year, and I was like, that's a lot of time. That's still a lot of time. I have so much time. And then suddenly it was already like September. I had to leave. I'm like, okay. So that's why I feel like it feels like a lifetime and like a blink at the same time. It's just like, I feel like last week we were in orientation, you know? Like I was walking around campus lost with you and Lelo and May, because you were part of my welcome team, and I was like looking on Google Maps how to get from Chrissy to Dewing, you know, so it was crazy. And then suddenly she's like, bye, have a great life.
You have a great life.
Yeah, everyone's just like, have a great life. It was
Who
so
said that?
nice to meet you. To me, well, it was my counselor, one of my professors, the lady at the cat. They were like, have a great life. Oh, the nurse at the health center, have a great life.
Wow, that's serious. That's good.
Yeah. So it feels like, oh my god. And I'm like, well, like, thank God I didn't actually have this crazy experience I was afraid of.
We did actually. I mean,
but
we don't know.
But you guys met a serial killer.
Yeah. We went to a party like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and we were like,
she doesn't remember, I don't think
she does. Wait. So we were in the party, and then like out of the blue, there was a guy saying, okay, we all have to leave because there's a guy with a machete outside.
Oh yes, that's true.
With a what?
A machete outside.
Like
a knife?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
We were in the, like, do you know there's a fight night every year, I think?
There's a what?
Fight night.
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
So we went there.
I didn't know that was actually real. What?
It was real.
Cool. I mean, well, you just see people.
Do they really punch each other?
They do. You want to see a video?
There's one from guys from Western. Like, he just.
There was people bleeding.
That's awesome.
there. And I was like, oh my gosh, they just do this to be like famous for 2 seconds.
I feel like it might be fun, but the thing is, we were there, and then suddenly I saw like people like, oh, what's going on? Is that the cops? And then
we got really scared.
Yeah, because then they were like, oh no, there's a guy with a machete. Okay, and everyone just got scared. Like everyone just started to run and to leave the place, and so I was like, imagine he had a gun. Like, that would be even worse. But with a machete, I was like, he can't kill everyone. But he can.
We were like 200, not 200, like 100, and he was 1. So like, some of them, they just have to beat him up, and we will find.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. Like, why would he?
Yeah, it's just something that we're not used to, and it was super scary. Like, we didn't know what to do, and like, I remember when there was this shooting in like Michigan State University, like I forgot to tell my family, and they just called me like they freaked out because they thought it was like around here, and I was like, no, I'm good. But those kind of things that I feel like, unfortunately, they do happen in my country, but not like kids killing kids or just shooting like in schools, but it's just because of like cartels and like drug stuff in my country. It will happen, of course, but not as like usual as here, and that's something that like it scares you a lot, because that's something that they should show like to the entire country in shows, in movies, and everything, like because that's how it is. That's how it actually is. I've never in my life been scared of like, of course in my house I've been like in Ecuador, I've been scared like maybe of thieves or like bad people. It's my worst fear. So, but here it's like I remember like have to worry about like, what if there's a shooting? What should we do? Like, should I lock my door? Should I go to the bathroom to like hide there? So those are things that I never thought about, like being in my house, and I felt like unsafe till a certain point, because I was like, will like the shootings like go through the walls? What should I do? So I was just
Oh,
like,
you really thought about it.
yeah, actually, yeah. So I felt scared. To be honest, like I felt scared like 1,000 times. When I'm with them, like at night, it's like, what if there's someone gonna shoot
Yeah,
us?
because she is a little paranoid, to be honest. Like, I remember one time we were laying in the grass, we were just like sunbathing, and then I was like, we were speaking in Spanish, or like something weird, I guess, and then one of our Spanish professors was like walking near us, and I was like, oh, look at, what? I was like, bro, it's just a professor. And she was like, I thought someone was coming with a gun, and she was about to shoot us, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
I know, but you don't think about those things when you're like in your town, in your home. But here, people can just kill you. That's the bad thing about the US. People can just kill you because of the way you look, or like race, or just because of the language you're talking. So.
But like, to be honest, it is kind of weird that because I usually have this idea that like people there are just crazy and everything, but at the same time, like I've experienced even more things in Mexico at least. Like this thing that she said about the wallets going through the wallets going through the wall, like it happened to me once in my house. Like there were shootings, and then I heard something
Really?
in my wall. Yeah, and I was like, what?
That's
I called the police, and then they didn't even pick up. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go sleep. But then it happened like recently. I don't know if you heard it, because it was like I was in my living room in Chrissy, and then
Shut up!
oh yeah, and I was on a phone call with my boyfriend, and he was like, those are not fireworks, like those are.
I'm so glad I didn't hear that.
Those are shots, and I was like, right? And he was like, don't look, because I was like, and he was like, don't look at the window, don't go through the window, and I was just like, well, anyways, I just locked my door and everything, and I just went to sleep. So I was like, I don't feel like I actually
I'm paranoid.
freak out when something like that happens. Like the guy with the machete, I also experienced something similar. I was like in a feminist march. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the feminist march last year, and some random guy just went with like big scissors to cut like the grass, and she was like behind us, you know, and I felt super bad that time. We all just run and hid whatever we would, wherever we could, and I was like, what? I didn't even knew what was going on. I was just like, some guy, he wanna kill us, and I was like, okay. So, and then it just happened. Like they took him and beat him up and everything. So when this happened with the machete guy, I was just like, well, he can't kill us.
Yeah.
So.
I should be like reasonable with those
You should
things.
not smoke weed also. You should not do it.
I never
Did you?
No.
Okay, thank God.
No, but I just don't tend to use like the reasonable part of my brain. So I just don't think, I just freaked out. So like I get scared when people smoking cigarettes in the party, and
Why?
like we're like a bunch of people and they're smoking there. I feel like they're gonna burn me. So I just get very scared.
Not like the whole house or something, but just.
No, but me, like I feel like they are gonna just like set me on fire.
Like an actual fire.
So I'm paranoid. Sometimes when I'm like alone in the waters, like where I live, I go to fill up my water bottle like at 3 a.m. Then I imagine that there's someone behind me, and then I just go running upstairs, and I feel like they're following me.
I mean, I do feel that sometimes, but I feel like there's a ghost or something behind me, so I just gotta run and don't look back.
And I also have to open my eyes really quick in the bathroom when I wash my face, because I feel like there's someone behind me and I have to look in the mirror.
Wow, this is what thing. I cannot.
And everyone's like in the podcast, they're gonna be like.
No, I don't know.
No judge.
No judge.
No,
No judge.
I was recently reading a book. It said, like, you should share your feelings, because you never know if there's someone
They
else
feel
who
the
has the
same,
same feelings.
yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's not
sometimes
shared.
it happens. Like I think I have a cousin like back home that is just
You
exactly
think you
like
have a
I think that's not like I don't know if they're actually in the same level of being paranoid, but she is also paranoid. Like there's a lot of people like robbing you and everything. So sometimes when we are in the streets, she's like, yeah, but I'll call you later.
Me too. I'm like that. I'm
Really?
like that. I always like hug my phone here like
Really?
this, yeah, and then I go like this, or I put it on the back, or sometimes in my shoe.
What?
It's very. I don't know. I know it's dangerous, but till a certain point. But I just get crazy with it. I just freaked out. Or sometimes I go outside and I don't take my phone. Yeah. I don't know. It's just better be safe than dead, right?
Yeah. I know, I agree.
I know, but I'm just like too extreme because
So what are you trying to convince? I said yeah.
I'm so too extreme because sometimes when I'm on the airplane, because I took like so many airplanes this whole year, so I'm just like I'm imagining how is it going to crash, and it's like, well, if I actually imagine that it's going to crash, it will never crash. So I always have to like.
What? How does that work? I don't know that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm imagining the situation, so it's never going to happen, and so like that. So if I go on the maybe I don't know, my boyfriend's like he doesn't pick up the phone, and he's like on his way back from work, and he never answers me. So I'm just imagining that he had a bad accident, and I know he's fine.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit paranoid, but not at that point. Like sometimes I do, like if I'm here, for example, I might be thinking like, what if this happens, and then what are we gonna do if something like this, like anything happens? But then I'm like, that's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. And if it does, well, what can we do? So I think that's like
That's so scary. Yeah.
Did you watch a lot of horror movies when you were growing up?
You know what I was thinking when she was
Maybe.
talking about it? Have you watched this movie? How is it?
Ah.
Final Destination?
Yeah, I don't know. Final
No,
Destination.
if it's a horror movie, I don't watch horror movies.
It's about like I feel like actually I have trauma with that movie because I watched it when I wasn't supposed to watch it. Like I was
Yeah.
really little.
Yeah, that I know.
So I think it's like when
There's
How does it go?
There's this guy that like basically he can
he's the
see
Lulu.
the future or something. He's like
Is it what?
The Lulu.
What's that?
Delusional.
Oh, the Lulu. Okay.
so he's like I don't know. Suddenly he's on a plane, for example, and he sees like something false from the like I don't know this thing that is above
Yeah.
yeah. So and then he just has this vision where now that happens and then someone steps on it and then someone else happens something else and blah 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 and then everyone dies and then the plane explodes and blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, we gotta do something about it, and the whole movie is just about that. He having visions about the future, like people dying, his friends dying, and if he doesn't change it or whatever, like it happens and they die.
Yeah. So he's just trying to prevent everything.
Yeah.
Do you think that's you?
Yeah. They just put me in the movie. I know I have the power.
Do you see the future?
No, I don't. No, but have you had those experiences where you're thinking about a song and then it suddenly sounds out like around you?
No, I've not had that. I'm not saying it's not true. It will be.
Yeah.
Have you had that feeling?
Yeah.
Or like you just wake up and you had a dream with that song and then it sounds around you or it plays on your phone.
I feel it also has to do like if for example if we go to doing and then in doing there's a song and maybe we don't even realize that song is playing but then we just leave and blah 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 the day
Sticks
and
in your
it
mind.
sticks in your head and then suddenly we are together and we sing the song at the same time and it's like
Oh, that's yeah. Oh,
that
no,
could
I
be
know.
a good explanation, but doesn't explain the one in the dreams. Like sometimes I have dreams. I have dreams and then I wake up and things happen. Or maybe I was dreaming about a chicken and I wake up
There's
and
egg
then
in your mouth.
and there's an egg on my bed.
But no, what happens?
And then you turn on your phone and there's a chicken in it.
sometimes I'm like that phone can read my mind or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes
It probably
It's
can.
called
Because
logarithm.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
sometimes it's
that's
like
what it-
if you talk about something like probably after
Oh,
we
it's
talk
hearing
about
us.
it, Yes,
Oh,
it's gonna show me
that's
something
scary.
about
That's
this.
too much.
But sometimes I don't even say it out loud. I just think about it. Like
Oh.
I swear to God, I just
Yeah,
think about it. I don't
that's
say
true.
it. I nothing, and then boop, it just pops out in my screen.
Yeah, I feel like cell phones and smartphones are even like smarter than we like
Than we
actually
know.
know.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, like I think it can sucks my brain.
Yeah. No. We were learning about like algorithms, how it actually works. And so, do you know, like, if you go to your Instagram or YouTube, like, you want to click on the Instagram or YouTube,
Yeah.
but if
like
you go to
just-
my Instagram or YouTube, you'll be like, what?
Yeah, I can
like, I
just
don't-
change it.
Yeah, but like, I won't find it interesting or something like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's like in my mind, it's like I see this video and then there's another one, but I was like, oh, actually I like this video that I just watched, so I just liked it, and then more videos like are similar. They just start to come up.
Yeah. So it's because there's like a robot specifically designed,
Yeah.
and there are like thousands and thousands of versions of that robot,
Yeah.
and then the robot that gets the most views stays up.
Yeah, that happened. You remember when I came here, like, because I changed my phone location, so they were just like TikToks in English. So she was like, okay, let's start liking more TikToks in Spanish so we can change it.
Yeah, so it is crazy. Like it's crazy how it works. Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking.
What else? But yeah, about dreams, it's crazy how they work also. Like I don't, like you said before that I was into dreams or something, but I do feel like dreams tells you things.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
It's
But what do you think they tell?
I mean, it depends, because there are a lot of like perspectives about dreams, maybe. And one of those is that maybe if you dream, like my grandma used to say, like, oh, you dream that all of your teeth just falls.
Someone's
That
gonna
means
die.
that someone's gonna die. Yeah. Or like, did you dream with a snake? That means
I
someone's
did dream of
talking
snake.
about you.
I mean, I feel like it's cultural.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes when you dream, or at least for me, like this is personal, but sometimes when I dream something, like maybe you hurt your feet, you know, and I'm like, Senchy's gonna hurt his feet, and then sometimes, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm crazy, but sometimes it happens, and I'm like, what? What? So I always say this, that before my grandma died, I was dreaming about her dying, and I was like, Grandma, I had this dream and you were dying. And she was like, that's because you want me to live long time. And I was like, yes I do, but I don't think that's what it means. And then I dreamed again about that, and I was like, I had this dream again, and she was like, I already told you why. And then she just died. So I was like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I told
That's
you.
crazy, grandma.
That's crazy, grandma. I told you you didn't listen. So that's why, and like, that's not like the same, like the only time that it happened, but like, I feel like if I say it, people have this, like, a lot of people have told me, if you say it, that means it's not gonna be true. But I feel like if I say it becomes true. So I have to keep it for me, or otherwise it will happen.
Yeah. You attract things you think.
Mm-hmm.
But then, why are you thinking of your boyfriend crashing it?
But that's one example. But I said that for me it works on like the country. Like,
I think besides superstition is like, it can be general. Like a lot of people can believe in one thing, but at the same time it can be personal. Like
Yeah.
maybe there's more superstition about not telling your dream. I mean, about telling your dream so it doesn't. Wait, no, not telling it so it becomes true.
yeah.
But for me, for example, it's like the opposite. Like if I say it, it's gonna happen. So I don't have to say it if I don't want it to happen, you know? So I feel like superstition can be personal as well. Like you can, like Ali can say, yeah, maybe you can attract things by saying it, and this is like manifestation or whatever.
But for me it doesn't work, so that's why.
Yeah, but maybe her superstition or her way to see manifestation or whatever is thinking that it's gonna happen, so it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it always like that. So it's like, so okay, let's say today I'm gonna find $100. No, someone's gonna give me the $100. So I imagine that person actually like doesn't give me the money. It's like I imagine the worst situation, so then happens.
What, the worst situation happens
Yeah,
or the
wait.
good situation
So I imagine that person's not gonna give me the money. Actually, they are. But I was like, imagine that's not gonna happen. No, I'm gonna come back to my house very sad without the money. But then it happens. So I think the opposite of what I want. And then it works.
I think, yeah, it's.
So if you want good grades, you think you're gonna get.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm gonna fail. Except when I'm 100% confident about my knowledge or how much I studied for something, then it's different. When I'm like 100% sure about something. But when I'm not, then I just whatever.
I don't know if that would work for me. But I guess, yeah.
But like I said, it's personal. So you might think something different and it works for you, you know? So I don't know. I guess this is just like having faith on something. Because someone else could come and say, that's stupid. Like that's...
Like you telling me.
I didn't.
That
no, I just thought it was inconsistent.
I didn't say, I just thought about it.
You just thought about it.
But no, yeah, so like I feel like it's personal. Like I don't want to get into like religion or something, but like everyone maybe has to believe in something, you know?
Yeah.
And whatever it makes you think that it's good for you, it's just what you are gonna believe in. Like I believe in destiny maybe, or in the universe, you know, but someone else might be like, the fuck's could believe in the universe? Okay, thanks. But yeah, like who believes in the universe, right? And I'm like, me, and I can say who believes in God maybe, and like they believe in God, so it's just personal.
But then what are the few things that everyone should then? Are there a few things that everyone should have?
That we all should love each other.
What?
The way we are.
Everyone?
Yes.
Even bad people.
I mean, that's why probably that sometimes, in many cases, bad people just maybe they are the way they are because they had like really traumatizing experiences when they were young. Some of them maybe they are just the way they are because of mental issues that they were born with. But I feel like at least we have to like make sure that we are giving love. So if it turns out completely different the way you expected, like that person or something, because of mental health problems or something else, then just let it be. But I feel like at least we should have that relief of saying like, I gave it love. I treat that person with love.
What do you think about it?
Huh?
What do you think about it?
About what?
About what she said.
About love.
No, I think it's true, but I think it's very difficult to do. But yeah, I think it's true.
Sometimes it's difficult to love people that has harmed someone else.
That would be like in the ideal world. Like, just love each other. Love everyone besides everything. Maybe. But it has to be reciprocate. Because saying like, love everyone besides everything. No, because you can have a boyfriend who is abusive with you and you don't have to love him. No.
But
so it has to be reciprocate. Just give love, spread love. Everyone has to do that, not just one person. So if it was perfect, then all of us should give.
Did you guys think that was something?
Yeah, a ghost, a gun.
Really? your minds are so fast.
Are we gonna explode?
Oh, just one person do it, please. Okay, both of you can do it, but just make sure they're different. No, please. You actually needed to put the video and the audio together.
Oh, really?
That's why there's actually a reason.
Okay, again. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's good. Because I always just think, why do they do it in movies? Just to make it look cool?
Oh, really?
But it's like, so the audio is coming from here and the video is coming from there. So when I'm putting the audio and video together,
They don't match.
Yeah, they won't match. But if both of them, I can see where the clap is in the video.
Actually, they can match if you just have, because
But they don't go to the
sounds
same
happening
thing.
at the same time, but in different.
Yeah, but it's not, because this is recording way earlier, that is recording later. So, right?
I actually thought it was just because
Yeah, you can just like mention.
Oh, that's because you've not done it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's easier if you have like a.
I'm just good at Canvas.
What's that?
And
It's like a. Oh yeah, yeah.
where
to
you
make
can
like birthday cards.
presentations, posters.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that. I wish I want to.
Would you like to be a Sicario?
Well, why do you ask me this? But
You sounded like enchanted by this.
I
word
was.
And its implications.
It just me. I don't know. I just think of myself riding bikes very fast, threatening people.
But just threatening. You
Sentient.
actually kill them and
Yes.
they
They killed people
kill
for
people.
money.
sometimes innocent people
Yeah.
and like they sometimes they cut their heads and they put their head here and the body over here with a cartel, you know, and ¿cómo se dice un cartel?
Cartel.
Sí. So and it's just like
Are we gonna be like, I forgot the word. Are we gonna be banned because of the words we're saying in the podcast?
No,
Okay.
I'll
nice.
just make less money. No, I'm joking. I've stopped I've not even made any money. So no, it's fine. This is actually just for like me and you.
He's
guys.
not paying us.
But no one is paying me, so I can't pay
How
you.
you make money?
Not yet, but I will get there. In the future, this is 20
Guys.
years, 20 years from now, people will look at this and be like, wow.
Yeah.
So that's what
That's
Simpson was doing.
good mindset.
And then, so,
Nice.
yeah, exactly.
so whenever you start like earning some money from this,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll give you.
Because we were there from the beginning. Like
No, you
we
guys
helped
were.
you
supporting.
to be
Don't forget
to
about
become
us,
who you
okay?
are going to become.
Don't forget about us.
Yeah, of course, I'll give you guys gifts. But then I realized like
Free
gifts.
subscription.
Huh? Yeah, you'll get Patreon membership for free.
I'm already like following you on this like podcast.
I didn't even know. I just saw Chilo's one. Chilo, great job.
Yeah. No, you guys will be the 5th episode.
Really? You have 50 episodes?
No, 5th, 5.
Oh, 5th.
Yeah, I do not have 50, but I will eventually have 50.
Yeah, you'll
I
have
just
100
know
episodes.
You have Chilo and Christian.
Us.
Brian May
Oh, Brian May. Oh, that's interesting.
and Sean.
Sean? Oh, Sean.
No, Sean is too good actually.
Yeah,
I talked
he's
to him.
really funny.
He's awesome actually. So yeah, that's good.
Sean.
But I don't know. I didn't know. Because for me, Sicario just sounds like a cool name. It just sounds like a cool name. I just know it from movies.
Senshin, Sicario.
I did not know it was that. Right? It doesn't it sound cool?
Senshin, Sicario, Super.
But I don't know. It's probably not good. Maybe they'll threaten me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they make it seem movies or serious. But I guess it's like the same. If I think about like Italian mafia, it's just like
You're right.
they look like fancy people, like I'm not like, oh, that's so cool. But
That's
it is
called
like,
structural racism, and our brain is made, actually it's built to separate and segregate people, actually. Because we think that white and all the good things, I mean like not good things, I mean like white people are pretty, they are not bad, you know, probably dark, they are bad. So that's why you think like, oh, la mafia italiana, ay, están muy guapos.
no, I don't think that. I'm just like, they make their lives look like, you know, they're enjoying and they're like having this like fancy stuff or whatever. And it is like, it's not probably how I think it is. Like there's a lot of things that I'm missing on that perception. But I guess it's the same with Sicarios and Narcos and everything.
Let's not talk about narcos.
Okay, then what TV shows? Are there any movies or TV shows that show like Latin America correctly, you think?
Rosario Tijeras.
I haven't watched it.
Rosario Tijeras.
What's that?
Ahora Sicaria.
What?
About the Sicaria.
Really? But I thought
Yeah, but it's unfortunately. Like, I feel like a lot of people knows that show. which other one?
Then what's Agate?
La
Probably-
Rosa de Guadalupe.
Might be.
What's that?
Rosa de Guadalupe.
What's the
If you don't know, it means that we are not doing a great job, but it's
Oh, promoting it.
yeah.
Oh.
It's about like daily life stuff, like lessons.
It's like each episode is different, like a different.
In French?
lesson.
No, different lesson.
Oh.
Yeah. So like different contexts, and they usually use like real cases from Mexico or Latin America to make their episodes, but they kind of exaggerate sometimes. They dramatize it, or yeah, you know.
Yeah, till the point that's like we don't want to watch that. But I don't know which other show. Have you heard about something good that's not Pablo Escobar?
What, of Latin America? I don't know. Football? I like football. I like Argentina. That they won the World Cup. I don't know much. I like, what's it? Bossa Nova. I like the music.
Who's that?
Bossa Nova is like Brazilian jazz.
Oh,
I don't know if that's considered Latin. It's not Latin, I guess. That or
I mean, it's part of Latin America.
never heard it.
But like, I feel like if you wanna, like, there's no movie that actually represents all Latin America, because each country is different. You would have to watch a movie from each country to actually know how it. Like, it's different. Our experiences are different, not just because like personal life, but also she grew up in Ecuador. I grew up in Mexico. And life it is different. Life is different. So you would have to watch a movie from each country to make a perception of Latin America.
yeah. Yeah, but probably even people from inside Mexico have different lives.
Yeah.
As in like north, south.
Yeah, even like every city in Mexico has a different accent, has different dialects, also like a different way to live. Like, you know, the north, it's very different from the
Yeah,
south.
that's what I heard.
Yeah, so
Intermission.
What do they call that in Spanish?
The what?
Intermission.
Intromisión. Corte comercial.
What's that?
Intermission.
like
Espacio publicitario.
yeah, like advertisements.
Say that again?
Espacio publicitario.
You say that so fast. I don't know. I still don't know that.
On the radio, I used to hear this thing, like after something they promoted or something, it was just like, este programa es público, ajeno para que el partido político queda permitido sus para fines distintos a los establecidos en el programa.
Did you say that? Did you say that, or did you just?
No, they
used to say that.
No, as in like when you said that, were you speaking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was actually like saying words.
Really? I couldn't tell. Okay, that's interesting.
It's fast.
How were the advertisements in the Bible?
We're very old-fashioned, man. It's like
Really?
very like we're still maybe 30, 40 years back. It's like, hello, how are you doing? Are you doing good? Do you want a good bottle of water? You have this. This is the best. Oh, of course, this is the best.
Advertisements in the US, they are crazy. They're really weird sometimes.
Really, but I feel some are so like good and effective.
I know, but sometimes it's like I feel like the weirdest one I watch, I think it's Red Bull or something, but there's Chewbacca peeing on a restroom, and he pees a lot, and something happened. But that was the weirdest one I watched in a restaurant, in a huge screen, and he was peeing. Yeah, it was so weird.
But then see, it caught your attention, so it's probably effective.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, someone showed me a really weird one. I can't remember what was it. Like 3 weird advertisements.
Weed?
In the US.
Three weird.
3.
Why are you always thinking about weed, Sanchez?
I don't know.
Explain.
And like your face, your
Yeah, that's
eyes
what
shine.
sounds
Like,
funny.
weed? Where?
No, you guys.
Advertisement.
You guys might be right. No, weed. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's been a while. That's why I've been thinking of weed.
Weed. No, just kidding. We listen.
Are you
And
free
rem-
of weed?
Yes, for my job, I am free of weed.
No, because I heard that they don't test for weed.
No, not in my job.
How they do for weed?
Oh, actually, yes.
For what job?
Oh, it's with this. Beep, beep, beep.
Beep.
Yeah, but no, actually, yeah, they did. So I was relieved that I was not.
That's nice.
They did not.
No, they did, but I was not.
But he was clean. That's cool. That's
We're
nice.
proud.
We're proud of you.
I don't
He left drugs.
Huh? Okay, what do you guys think of drugs?
No a las drogas.
Di no a las drogas. Bueno, sí, pero a veces. Well, what if someone that knows me listens to this?
No one listens to this
Okay.
yet, but they could listen 20 years in the future.
So.
So that's my goal.
My mom. She
They
doesn't
don't
speak
know
English.
Really? My parents know English, which is not good. But I guess it's good.
We cut it.
Oh, actually, yeah, that part about my. Yeah, please go on.
He's gonna be like, hey, Sencha. So.
Yeah. No, it's fine. No one will realize. Drugs, good, bad. Which drugs good, which drugs bad?
Middle.
You know, I saw this. There's a Netflix show.
About mushrooms.
Maybe, but no, there's another one. The Midnight Gospel. Have you watched it?
Nah, I've just seen the trailer or something.
You should watch it because it's really really cool. But the thing is, there's one episode where they talk about. I think it's actually like it's a podcast, but they made it with like the cartoons, and now it's like a show.
Midnight Gospel?
Yeah.
Really?
Midnight Gospel.
Okay, then
I
I've
think
not
it
watched the trailer. It was
I
something.
think it was a podcast first, because there's this episode also where he talked with his mom, which I think she's sick, so they're like having this sad moment and everything. But yeah, I think it's from a podcast, and then they made it like a cartoon. But the thing is, yeah, there's one episode where they talk about drugs, and at the end of the episode, one of the characters says, "I don't think drugs are bad, but people in context may influence in bad actions. So maybe drugs are not bad, but the things that
Yeah, it depends on the person, like how
Yeah.
you are, because it's. I don't want to talk about guns, but it's the same thing. Like if you give drugs, maybe to a crazy guy or an abusive guy, he's not gonna control himself whenever he doesn't have control of his body, of their bodies. So it depends on the person you are. And if you can control it, you can handle it, you know your limits, you know how like to use them. I don't know. So
But if you ever had a kid, would you let them smoke weed?
not till a certain age, like
yeah, I would let
yeah,
them
maybe
try.
like they 18 when they actually understand what it means, not just like because in high school most of the people just do it because of like social pressure. It's just like, oh, this guy looks so cool smoking, I'm gonna do it too. Or it's like, oh, you don't smoke? Weird. You know, it's just like to fit in. But I will let them smoke if they actually know, like, you know, good information, they know limits. That's fine. They can't control themselves, that's fine.
Yeah, I think I would let them try, but not like all drugs. There are a few drugs that I would definitely not permit.
C-O-C-A-I-N-E.
What's that?
We cannot say that word here, but C-O-C-A-I-N-E.
No, I'm joking. I know you're saying Colorado. What? No.
So yeah, there are a few drugs that I would never permit, but like weed, maybe, yeah. And like I would do, like my parents actually, not with drugs, but with alcohol. It was like I prefer to have you here drinking alcohol and like watch you, to have you I don't know where with I don't know who drinking I don't know what, you know.
Yeah, that's what my
So I
mother
was
said.
like,
actually.
okay. So I didn't even, I wasn't even interested in getting drunk in some other place with random people or whatever. It's just like I could do it in my house. I didn't even.
That's a good example of communication and understanding each other. Like it didn't happen with me. I got crazy with it when I first.
Really? Wow, I'd like to. I don't know.
No.
Maybe when you're very drunk.
Oh no,
Would you be more scared, less scared, happier?
happier, I guess.
Like but how? Like more loud?
Yeah. Yeah. Not a good choice. You have to be conscious of what you're doing. You have to learn how to do it. Have to like have limits and control yourself. And when you just don't know it and you just do it for social pressure, just to have fun without knowing it, what you're getting into, you will know the consequences then.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that happened to me last year too, actually. Because when I first came here, yeah, I was probably doing things just to do them. Or because other people were doing them. Oh, but that was a good experience. You learned from it.
Of course. I'm a responsible mother.
Hmm?
I'm a responsible mother now.
Really? How old's your child? So what, 21?
Yeah,
21.
This year, 21.
How old were you when you gave birth?
Like 1 year.
1 year old.
Yeah,
Like a few months.
a few months.
Few months?
No, but yeah. So drugs can be.
Whoa, but what will you guys do? You guys are very good friends. You guys hang out a lot. But now you guys are going.
Shut up, Senshin.
What? I'm
Let's talk about your first experience with alcohol.
Okay, we can talk about that after. But no, because I'm thinking for myself. I'm thinking me and Lelo are close, or me and other friends are close. What should I do with that?
Yeah,
So I must learn from the people who are.
we are gonna meet each other again for sure.
Yeah.
Someday.
Really? But how often? Every day?
No.
Every day, lunch? Every time? Who will you gossip
I
with?
was not told that I was gonna cry in this podcast, so I don't know.
No, yeah. Of course, we're not gonna see each other every day, or not even talk each other every day, because we suck at texting, to be honest. But we will meet again for sure.
For our weddings.
For our weddings, yes.
Oh, shit.
And
Yeah, you were gonna play there. Oh no, it was Lelo with his band. They were gonna play.
you can play.
You can play Intermission.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
Yeah, it
we were
sucks.
gonna meet each other again for sure. Like it's already a deal, you know. But of course, right now it's just like, bro, we've been together for 9 months.
Like every day.
Every day, yeah.
That's
Like,
when we
maybe
got
not-
closer.
Not like breaks, but we were even talking during breaks, and we even like I stayed with her for a few days, cause bro, yeah, so many things. I like
We tried drugs.
we tried to. We went to parties together.
We cried, we
cried,
ate,
we
we
gossiped
danced,
together.
we gossiped, we judged, we did homework.
We kept secrets. So many things. So many things. And now
No,
it's a pause. It's not an end. It's a pause.
it is the end. I don't know how it goes. The song, I just know that.
How do you think? How do you think you're gonna feel with Lalo?
I don't know.
Is Lalo living first? Yeah, right. Cause is he a junior right now?
No, we're both the same.
But you're both gonna be separate. I mean, not for a long time, but when you're studying abroad.
Actually, yeah. Because I'll be going in the fall, he'll be going in the spring, so we'll only have winter.
Where are you going to study abroad?
Con mafioso.
Guess it?
Pues Italy.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to Italy?
Yeah. See,
For how long?
but I don't know what they say in Italy.
For 10 weeks? For
Yeah.
like 1 quarter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Is the podcast going to have a pause during the
Yeah,
Italy?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You
You
should
can-
do with
you
the
can-
with the mafia.
Yeah.
Uh,
Should do
But no, it takes a while. Look, I have to carry all these things.
Ah, that's nothing.
But that's not even
You
mine.
can do it.
But
Oh, that's not yours.
oh,
You can get it whenever
Oh,
you
it
start
takes-
to make money.
it takes money.
Please post something or send pictures or something. I want to go to Italy, and then someone told me, you know, it's a stinky over there. I was like, I don't care. I want to go to Italy.
You will find out.
Yes.
How can all of Italy be stinky? Come on, man. You know, it's impossible. Yeah, Italy is cool.
Yeah.
Museums.
Italy.
But I don't know the language at all. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know how to say yes.
I don't either. See? Chi?
No, it's not cheap. I just know some
Buongiorno.
buongiorno, buonasera.
How do you say we? I'm sorry. See?
Si. I think it's si.
See?
See, I don't know. I'm gonna
How
learn.
do you say? I just know ciao.
Yeah, was that I or bye?
Bye. Actually, that's bye, but I don't know if it's hello as well.
Ciao. It's both. Yeah. I was actually studying a little bit of French by my own.
French, Italian.
I mean, sorry, yeah, Italian by my own. But I have like 4 pages. I just wrote like the alphabet.
Isn't it the same, the alphabet?
It's similar to Spanish.
Yeah, that's what I hoped.
I've never been interested in it, so I don't know.
I really, really like literally my next
Language.
It was, I mean, it is Italian because I want to go to Italy.
Yeah, Italy seems cool. That's a stereotype, they would say.
I know.
And there's video evidence
That's
of
it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well,
Yeah, I think we can end it here.
it's been a long journey. See,
What's that?
Si.
Italian.
Yes, and Italian.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
Did you say no creo?
No creo is what? I don't know.
I
I don't think so.
Oh. No, my Spanish is not that high level for me to say no creo.
What did you say then?
Yeah.
I say I don't think so.
You said no creo.
Yes, but in English.
Yeah, it's si for yes, none for no.
Like in French.
I don't know French either. I was hoping it's close to Spanish, and even though I'm not very good at Spanish. But it's going to be interesting. Do you think I'll be able to learn Italian in 3 months?
Yeah.
How much of it?
You're living there though.
When you-
I mean, we
Cultural
don't practice
immersion.
English. That's the thing,
Cultural
because then you should have like a lot of like time, spend time with people that actually just speak Italian and English.
I was thinking I just walk around the streets.
Because here we always speak Spanish. Like probably we improve our English like in a 5%, nothing else. But we all the time speak Spanish. So when are we going to practice? Just in classes. But you have to like commit yourself to talk and meet people. Just that they speak like their native language is Italian and they speak English, so you can learn Italian. But here I'm with her and we speak Spanish. So.
Okay. I'm going to learn Italian.
But you really, really gotta practice.
Right?
Be committed. And if someone talks to you in English, say no,
Non,
Italiano.
non, non.
Nepali or Italian?
No, no Nepali.